guys, and welcome back. I am Rachel O'Leary, and today in the fish room we are working more on this little Nano. I have so many projects going on all over the fish room that I've been having a difficult time getting to one and finishing it. So today we're going to clean up the back of this aquarium, paint it, put the tank back in place, and take a look at where it stands. The other day I added some anubias. I've tossed in a few more pieces of wood, but it really needed the background, and I've opted to use a brown similar to the one that I used on the 150 because I really like it and I wanted to see what it looked like on a smaller aquarium. So I'm going to go ahead and tape off the edges. I've already taken a rag with some salt and just cleaned up the back glass. I'm going to take some water and just wipe that down again so there's no residue, and then we're going to get painting. I'm just taping off the sides so I don't get messy. I'm going to go ahead and lift out the little power head that's in use in that aquarium, which also needs a cleaning. And then I'm just going to take a roller and my brown paint. I can't find my paint tray because I'm a mess, so I'm just going to use a lid, really load it up. And this is the exact same thing I did on the big boys tank, but I'm using a much smaller roller because this tank's really tiny. Now the thing that I like, as I've mentioned in the past about painting like this, is that it's really easy to remove it. You can just take a razor blade and scrape it off should you want to change the color or use a different type of background. And because I'm rolling it on, there's not really any risk of it getting in the aquarium. It's super quick, super easy, and super effective. Now usually one coat will do it, but sometimes I'll come back and let this dry and do a second coat. So we're going to let that dry and then we'll come back and do some more, but you can see it went on pretty smoothly. Now because I have the water line dropped, I do need to make sure my plants don't dry out, so every once in a while I'll come over with a spray bottle and just spritz them down. This should dry enough within like 15 minutes or so for me to be able to do the second coat. To speed things up a little, I've just set up a fan to help the paint dry faster. And then I'm taking my spray bottle here every couple minutes or so and just spraying down the plants. And this, if you were to have city water, would need to be dechlorinated. But for me, I have a well, so I don't need to worry about that. I went ahead and applied a second coat and it looks pretty good. So I'm just letting this dry. Again, I have my fan going to speed things up. And then we'll turn it back around and take a look. So I've moved it. I like to gently pinch my hose so that it fills up slower, but you could easily use a colander or a bag or anything laid over your hardscape and plants so that they don't get disrupted. I just find it easiest to simply pinch the hose to reduce the flow. I'm going to plug my power head back in. And we'll let things settle down a little bit. So this is the current manifestation of the Nano. I did remove almost all the fish. I did leave the pygmy sunfish in there, and there's one amano shrimp. The carpet has some growing back in to do, but you can see I just added a couple more pieces of manzanita. I pulled out some of the bigger bushier plants and added a bunch of anubias. I want your guys' input on what kind of aquarium you would like this to be. Would you like it to be a shrimp tank? Would you like it to be a fish tank? Do you want it to be a nano community? Let me know down in the comments because I have so many ideas. I'm not sure which direction to go, and I could really use your input. Now, currently this aquarium is not supplemented with any fertilizers or CO2. It does have a really enriched substrate of Brightwell as well as aqua soil. And it's made up of locally collected rocks from the river here, the Susquehanna River, as well as the Manzanita driftwood, crypt parva and Sagittaria for the carpet, and then Anubias Nana, Anubias Petite, and Anubias Bonsai in the thicket of wood there. I think it would look really nice with some fish that would occupy this top third, but I've also considered getting another just regular betta, or doing something like endlers or some of the other small fishes I really enjoy. So I need your guys' help. Let me know down below. As always, thanks for your continued support. Please make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.